Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
No, I'm Parker.
So guys,
What's up?
how's it going?
How is everyone?
It's going well.
Parker's dying. It's like 101,000,000 degrees in Texas
It's
right
It's
now.
108 right now.
Ugh.
Do we have the
And
same
I
cup
have
right
no,
now? Are we
no
using the
AC
same
or
cup?
anything going, so...
So
I think we're
Parker's
using the
dying.
same cup.
You guys using the same cup?
Oh, look at you two.
You got the
Oh,
summer?
so
Yeah, we are.
cute.
We got the
Oh
same
my
cup.
god, look how adorable it is. Now give each other a little hug and a pat. And then fight.
And then I'll chop like a little bit of my hair off and just glue it on his head.
Oh,
Oh,
So,
So
You'll
you're
have-
gonna like grow another baka out of it?
It eventually consumes him, and it just turns him into me.
oh,
And that's how I
so
create
then I'm
clones.
Baka Oak. I have Chia Oak and Baka Oak.
Yeah,
What if I had the
Baka.
Chia hair and the Baka beard?
It doesn't
Okaryu?
work that way. The,
It would be
the
Christmas
Baka
colors
consumes all.
though, because I mean it would be red and green. So it's like
No, but
festive
the
for
Baka
the
consumes
holidays.
all. It eventually just takes over. It's like a virus that way.
Oh my god, what games have you guys been playing this week?
Playing the shit out of Killing Floor this week.
Yeah, we
All
did.
of us have.
All of us have. That has
Yep,
been
I got the
so
steampunk
fucking fun.
outfit.
Oh,
nice, congrats.
man, I want that one.
Oh, I hate you so much right now because I wanted it.
There's
Is
a
it
time
good?
limit on getting that too, isn't there? When do we have to
Yep.
get that?
We
Seasonal.
need to play that and get it.
That one's seasonal.
But we just have to do like hard mode on the airship and we
Mm-hmm.
can get it. I did a game with random people.
When is that over? Like how? Because I know it's SGDQ week, which means Chicken doesn't want to stream, but I need that outfit in my life, Chicken.
We can
That's
make
why
it
we
play.
can still play it.
We'll still play it.
But I mean, my attention will be diverted, so.
There's also I don't know if it's over with or not, but there's a weekly event. You can get a little backpack.
What
Yeah, the
kind
little
of-
plush backpack looking
Yep.
thing. It's funny.
Is it like a
yeah.
bag?
All I need is my 150-gallon hat and my pajamas.
150.
I
Yeah.
also got a top hat.
Somebody called
Ooh.
it. Somebody in my chat called it a 500-gallon hat. It might have been OG
500
actually.
500-gallon hat. You got that fucking big old fluff and do a little shake with it. Come on,
It
come out,
doesn't
man.
hold 500 gallons, so
They were
I
loving that
never
hat,
understood
man.
that measurement.
That hat is
Loving-
great.
It
Come on.
is. It's pretty awesome.
And I live in Texas, so
Well, so it means that it's mandatory for you to have one. You're just hiding
Yeah.
it from us. We know how
Do
it
you
is.
do you have one bucket? Do you have a big old 500-gallon hat?
It's mandatory.
No.
He's got one
Yeah.
somewhere. He's lying to us. All
I've
Texans have
got
to
a
have
Rammus
one.
hat. I've got a wizard hats. I've got the little Chinese straw hat.
See, when I was a kid, I used to have a foam hat that was very similar to that. Like it was this, look. It would have looked the same size on me as a little person as the big hat,
as, a,
right?
as a little person. Little Oak, you
As
were a
a small
sapling back in
human?
the day.
Yeah,
And
when
he
I
was a
still
sapling.
I don't have any of those.
Still sapling.
Well, yes, we need to get that outfit, fellas. I need it in my life.
Yes, I will find out how long we have until
Okay.
it goes away.
Because it's also
Because that's
Steam
the
Summer-
seasonal one, so it shouldn't take us. We have more time with that because the other is daily and weekly.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, but
seasonal, I think, is
seasonal,
like a month.
Okay, is it a month? Okay, because sometimes
Seas-
events are like seasonal events, and it's 7 days.
That's a weekly.
I know, but that's what
How
I'm
is that
saying,
seasonal?
though. I hate you. Would just
Let's
like to
start
point
with-
out
I
that
hate
the
you, your
seasonal
logic.
events in WoW
I will
are anywhere
logic
from
you.
1 week to a month and a half, so it just depends on the season and who's running the promo.
Yeah, well, that's WoW, and they're bad.
Griff,
That's
we can run it
Blizzard,
afterwards. I mean, no, you got to record.
No, I finished Detroit Become Human. So did Chicken.
Woo,
And my sister. We were so worried watching her play it because she made choices that were very different from ours. And I was like, there's one specific storyline that's going to end very poorly for her because of some of the things she's done, and I don't even want to see it. She managed to turn it around at the last second.
Yeah,
That's
thank
good.
goodness. That game is ridiculous. Holy shit, the intensity.
Talk about
That's
your
good.
stress.
Yeah.
But I am, well, I'm not recording anything as far as the Let's Play this weekend, but I am re-recording that game because I have some ideas for a possible video project. So, maybe, but I have to replay the whole game in order to do that because
Oh, no.
oh no, I get to make some different choices to maybe not have said some of the mean things that I accidentally said before. Now it's just a choice.
If you're like me, I would forget what it was I said in the
that's-
first place.
now I have to remember which ones. I know one of them was like the ambiguous word answer was lucid, and it ended up being a real dick thing to say. So whenever I see that one, I'm just gonna avoid it. I don't know when that came up. I'm just gonna avoid it every time. If there's more than one time that you get that.
Sometimes I feel like I have that problem in Mass Effect games and stuff too. Like I'll click on something and it'll say something and I'm going, this has got to be the right response, and it's something it's not these words, but it's something like I love you, and it comes out as you're a fucking scumbag or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like,
and I'm like,
yes.
It makes no sense to what's going on. I don't get it.
That has definitely been an issue with games like that. It's like, oh yeah, well this seems like a pretty good option. Click it. Whoa! I didn't mean to tell this guy off. My bad. Oh,
see, that
shit.
was the one upside of the way that Fallout 4 had their dialogue, is because you knew there was a yes, a sarcastic yes, and a no but still yes. There was like, so as long as if you wanted to be polite to somebody, as long as you picked sarcastic yes or yes, whatever you said was gonna be okay. There was no chance.
Dragon Age has like little symbols to kind of help you out, right?
Yeah. Although sometimes those are like, sometimes you're like, oh, I want to take the strength option, and you're like, yes, this will make me sound like a strong person, and they're like, fuck your feelings. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. That's not.
Right.
Be strong. Raw, fuck those feelings.
We need this clearer. What I would like too, like something like Dragon Age, you would answer a certain way, and that would give you favor towards one character, and maybe another character would be upset with you.
You can do that as Dragon Age.
Well, I'm saying in Dragon Age it does that.
Yeah.
But what I would like to have is when I look at the option to see what it is, it lets me know which way or it's going to go.
Oh, some of it's kind of obvious though, because that was a real big thing in Dragon Age 2 was things that you said that were gonna like support mage stuff you knew it was gonna piss off Fenris, and stuff that it supported, the Templar side of it, you knew was gonna piss off Anders. So you kind of had a way to sort of gauge that, and at least they told you what you were gonna say roughly. Well, sort of. Somebody's dropping shit.
Right?
Oh no, the stupid cat.
You
Blame it
dropping
on
a
the cat.
That's not
It's
good.
the
Drop a
cat
cat.
that's
Stop
trying to
dropping
hide
cats.
the 500-gallon hat that Baka doesn't want to tell us about.
Curling up in the 500-gallon hat.
Use it as a bed.
500-gallon cat.
Oh, I could use it later, then I'd have hair on my head.
Just dump it into this big mat of cat hair.
Figure out a way
Just
to make
kind
my
of
head
sticking
shiny.
out.
Just before the show, why isn't your head shiny today, Oak?
I mean, it's true. It's not shiny
It's the lighting.
today.
It's the lighting.
The
That
lighting's
was
the
not an
same.
insult. That was just
Maybe it's
an
the
observation.
angle. It's all about the angle.
You gotta angle.
I
that,
feel
right?
bad, and I didn't mean it in a bad way.
There we go. You gotta get that little bit of shine on. Look at that.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, you see that shine?
It's right here.
All right, moving on. What else did we play this week?
Aside from Killing Floor and Detroit. Which is-
Vampire. I've been playing a lot of Vampire.
And when you finish Vampire, you're going to play Outlast, Revolt, and then you're going to play Detroit so we can talk about it.
Yes, and I'm going to be streaming Detroit when I do it, so this ought to be interesting.
Let's watch him cry. It'll be so fun.
Oh my god, he is gonna regret playing that on stream. I'm glad I didn't play
it's
it
been
on
requested, and I'm gonna do it.
I have regrets about recording it.
the stream. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm glad I did not play that shit on stream. Oh my god.
But yeah, I Vampire so far has been really good. The combat is getting a little bit better. Like, it's a little easier for me to figure out where to move my character and stuff, and moves that I enjoy doing. The problem is some of the bigger guys that they have on there are I've got past a certain chapter, and everybody went from like a 25, 26 level to 36 all of a sudden. So now they're really fucking suck to kind of kill.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, it's like I finished. Well, and what it was is you had choices to make, and you could either have a choice that went for a particular order, or you could go against them or whatever. And so I made a decision one way or the other, and so it made, I think, either direction the game gets harder. It just depends on which side's going to get harder. And yeah, it fucking sucks. I was like, this is awful. And then I start, because they have this options on there. Remember, I was trying to make everybody healthy and all that type of stuff. So I was going through and trying to play, Dr. Vampire, and go through with the Dr. Vampire stuff. And I got to one level, like one area, which I've been in several times, and there's like 8 characters that they'll have little question marks that I've never met. So now I'm running around trying to find them, and I've got pissed off people running around trying to find me. So
Maybe you're not in the right place. Maybe it's like Assassin's Creed Unity, where I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm fighting level 2 people, and I'm level 3. This next mission, why are all of these people level 7? Maybe you're in the wrong place.
To be fair, part of it is I leveled up right after that particular scene. I leveled up and got to a 26, which was around the level everybody else had been. But I didn't expect them to jump 10.
Yeah.
You know, you jump 4 or 5, okay, I can probably handle no problem. But 10, that's a little ridiculous. Especially when they're like, they've got, some of the characters are these massive, like they're 3 times the size of a regular human, or 2.5 times the size of a regular human. And it's like, this is ridiculous, but I don't know, it's good. The plot line's good. There's some ridiculous parts of it, but, and I want more, there's a little bit of more of that.
Oh.
So, but it's interesting. I do recommend the game.
Are you wearing a Portal shirt, by the way? I saw when you lean back, it looks like the Aperture logo.
No, it is not a Portal shirt. It is actually a 007 one.
Oh.
And he's kind of sad. See how he's sad?
Okay.
The reason he's sad is because it says it's stirred. Because he says something that's stirred.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah, so.
Damn.
It came in one of, I think it was Jinx or one of them had some type of box or something.
No, Loot Crate, I think is what it had.
Yeah, it was a Loot Crate one. That's right.
Okay. I was like, what Portal shirt do you have that I don't own? Wow, that cat is getting angry today.
Yeah, angry. You
Like,
took
what's
away
your
a cat,
cat's name?
It's mad.
We have to know, since he or she, whichever, is apparently going to be part of the show today.
Well, I've got Garfield and Spike.
Aww. Garfield
and Spike.
Well, Mom, a while back, got rescued a little dog off the street and called Dodie, so and now we have Garfield and Dodie.
Oh, adorable.
That's awesome.
They come as a set.
They come as
and they're destroying everything in Baka's room right
The
now.
house is being destroyed.
They're playing and they're being a pain in the ass.
Okay, well,
My
so
dog just
everybody
ran away.
don't be
He couldn't
mad
handle it.
about the sound. It's cute kitties and puppies, okay?
Yeah, just think about cute kitties and puppies every time you hear that little, we're going to condition you. So any audio clicks, you're going to be like, oh,
hearts.
Every time.
Yes. Every time.
And then I did play some Sea of Thieves last night as well, and I think Chicken played some Sea of Thieves earlier in the week too.
I have not
Yes.
played since...
Yeah, we got a couple of the thrones.
Since we all played together and the amount of salt was too damn high. I just can't... I can't go back to it yet. I'm not ready.
I've been
ready.
farming Sightless Eyes in World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, we played a little WoW yesterday too.
Yeah,
it was
we-
free weekend.
Yeah. Which I need to put my account back up anyway. I told Baka I was going to so that we could do stuff together. Which, Baka, I need you to take me to Deathwing because I can't do that fight myself. I'm bad at it.
We'll do it after the show.
That's like 4 things I have to do after the show.
Yeah, that's
Well, I mean, I can get up to
We'll see.
Deathwing,
We'll work it out at some point.
I can get through most of it while she's doing on other
Baka's
things.
really good at the Deathwing fight, and I am not, because it is all about, like, you'll get a prompt that's like, the Deathwing rolls left or right, and you're supposed to move the opposite to balance it out. But I always am too busy with what I'm fighting, like, I tunnel vision into the mob, and I'm like, what? Oh, I'm flying off the dragon again, I'm dead. Oh. Because I don't pay
I just
attention.
run back and forth constantly.
He's really good at it. I'm really not. That's why we never did that raid successfully when I was tanking, because...
we never did that raid. Period.
We did. We tried. We made an
Dragon
attempt.
Soul
Yeah,
at level.
not at level, no.
I
Okay,
wasn't sure.
yeah.
I don't remember.
I was like, no, we did not do Dragon Soul at level.
I just remember taking my tank in there several times. So.
We
Yeah.
did it. I think we tried to do it in Panda Land.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
right.
yeah,
we
we
also need to go and do the stuff from Draenor for
Oh my
mounts.
goodness.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going. What are we at?
Griff has a mount problem.
I do, and every once in a while when I have the urge to play WoW, that's all I think about is how many mounts I still need to collect and where they're at. So, I'm sorry. I have a problem.
It's not really a problem. It's a
It is
shortage,
a problem.
which has
It's-
created a problem. See,
Yes.
because she needs more of them, and she doesn't have them, which is the problem.
Well,
It's not because of an addiction at all. None.
no.
Oh no.
Hey, I mean, that does
no,
kind of...
it's an
Send
addiction.
help.
But speaking of addiction,
Yeah, it leads into a new story, and at least I know the difference. Carry on.
according to the World Health Organization, gaming disorder is a new thing, which is basically a type of mental illness, I guess. This is what they're saying.
Is it not
The
like...
way they defined it is actually good because it's not like your typical, oh, you play too many games. Like they have an actual definition for it now, and it corresponds with, you know, most other addicting substances, the other problems that people have.
Which I think would go along with gambling and stuff too. Because I mean,
Yes.
based on the way it's described, it's very similar in the fact that you have an uncontrollable urge to be able to do this.
Yes,
To-
and
to
it
play.
interferes with your life and regular ongoings.
So a lot of Fortnite players.
Yes.
Or at least
Yeah,
that's what their parents
unfortunately.
think.
Well, I
And their
mean,
teachers.
at some point, it gets to that point where these kids are becoming addicted to this. They start ignoring school and school work and just play it on their phones during lunch and during the breaks in between classes and things like that. Like, when it starts interfering with the regular going-ons of life, then that's becoming a problem because you don't know when the appropriate time to play is.
Now I think my dog is tearing up my house upstairs.
Woo! Remember, adorable puppies and kittens. He's like, oh no, she ain't.
I will have to take a picture
That's-
of Odie.
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, post it in the Discord. I'll post a link to the Discord down below the video.
Yes.
And then
Now-
O can
now-
share pictures of Luna.
Yeah, she just came downstairs, sat down on the futon that's to my left, and just looked at me like, "Sup?
She's
You
like,
know
I
I did
didn't do
something right.
anything
Wait till you go
wrong.
upstairs.
Look how cute I am."
I would just like to point out that whilst we have 5 cats, because we're crazy people, they're
Oh my
all
God.
sleeping behind Chicken right now and behaving themselves.
Are you
Well, one of them's
serious?
cleaning themselves.
Well,
Eleanor?
she's still behaving.
Yeah.
Now mine were fed, took a nap, and now they're active.
Mine get into the routine where around this time when the fan goes off and the fish tank goes off, everyone's just kind of quiet.
Yep, they know it's time to chill out because the parents are doing things.
They all know better. Crack that whip. Everybody gets in line.
Anyway, gaming addiction, yes. Okay, that's a thing that we have classifications for now. And it does not just mean that you want to play video games a lot, because I think that's all of us. It means you actually have legitimate problems. Please knows the difference.
Yeah, I think it's with any drug, any type of addiction that's out there, which is it's an uncontrollable urge, not and something that you are drawn toward that you have to do versus knowing I don't need this. You
I
know?
kind of can't help but wonder, like, I know video games were not my addiction when I was a kid, obviously, because my parents wouldn't let me have any. But if that's the classification, like, if that's the criteria for an addiction, then I think between middle school and high school, I legitimately had an addiction to books. Because I would, like, completely not do anything else, including, you know, read them at lunch, or before class, or during class when I thought my teachers weren't looking until I got yelled at, and things like that, so... Oh
Well,
my god!
Well, you get
Cute little
certain-
puppies and kittens.
Yay.
Cute little puppies and kittens.
Well, some things are healthy addictions and other ones are bad addictions. Like reading books is good for your mind. I mean,
But playing
yeah,
games is
you-
good for you too. It relieves stress and it gives you hand-eye coordination, reasoning
And-
skills.
And right, well, I was going to continue on with that until it starts interfering with things. Like you don't know when you're supposed to put it down. Like you
Correct.
said, you would just read it into class, and the teacher would have to tell you to put it down. That is where it starts becoming a problem. Is when you can't tell yourself when it's time to stop. You just keep going. Like I'll 100%. I had a gaming addiction when I was younger. The early years between like 2001 to like 2006. Like, after I got into World of Warcraft, it became a problem. WoW created a lot of problems for a lot of people in that era. I mean, I would come home from school,
World of Warcraft.
log right on, spend all day playing. My friends would come over and try to hang out with me, and I would tell them no, and I would just play that game. I mean, to me at that point, it was a whole new world. It was a whole new thing that I was discovering, making new friends in, and living in this world because I wanted to escape from what I was in. So,
Well, and I think everybody at a kind of a young teenage age, in kind of in between there, kind of has a little bit of addiction towards something, whether that's a sport or whether that's gaming or whatever it happens to be. Like me, it would be the original NES and the SNES for that time period was very similar. Like I remember playing Super Mario 3 until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and my dad, who happened to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, coming in going, "Are you still up?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like 15, but it's that enjoyment that we get from playing the video game itself that becomes the drug.
Yep.
So I guess and it's something we should grow out of, and I get it. There's people that are 20, 30, 40 years old that are addicted to certain things, and there are going to be people that are going to be addicted to gaming. Sure. I'm glad it's being recognized. It's just odd to see, especially when you are a gamer. It's like, do I qualify?
I think one of the things, like in the early, right when this news was coming out that they were going to do that, is there was an article that somebody had written that said, "I think I have gaming addiction. I play up to 20 hours a week." And the comments were all like pretty much the same thing, which is lightweight. But to somebody who maybe only has 20 hours of free time, that may be close enough to be considered an addiction. So I guess we'll have to start being flexible about those.
But I think the point of this would be if the 20 hours, let's say all you have is free time is 20 hours, but I think you figure out a way to play even when when you're not supposed to have free time. That's when the addiction takes
up.
I
can see that.
Yeah,
I think
because
20 hours
it's like I'm supposed to be working right
addiction,
now.
but
I'll go play video games. That's when it becomes a problem.
Yes.
Yep.
I called into work
Well,
because
I mean, people can be the same way with their phones though too. So
Yeah,
I
mean,
will definitely say people are addicted to their phones now.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's unfortunately a cultural and social change that we've developed over the last several years. Everybody has cell phones now. Everybody does. Everybody always has their cell phones in their hands or their pockets or something. It's our lifeline at this point. That's just how it's developed. But some people are more addicted to it than others. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm addicted to it. I always keep it on me because it's like a safety feature because it's got all of my information. It's pretty much important. It's like almost as important as your wallet at this point.
Yes.
Hell, some people have their like little thing on it, which is their wallet.
Well, it took the place of so many things. Because I mean, you think about it now. Phone, we've got email, that's our actual mailing system nowadays. I mean, there's still some physical mail, but not
instant
as much.
Connection to somebody.
Yeah,
you're instant with your text messages or Discord or whatever it happens to be. You can socialize with your friends. They've got Facebook and other things like that people use.
It takes the place of your old day planners because it's got your calendar and all of your automatic notifications.
Your Rolodex because it's built into the phone.
Rolodex. I mean, I'm going to venture a guess here, but I think there are some people that probably watch this show that are young enough to not know what a Rolodex is.
Google it. They know how to work that.
It's on your phone that we're talking about right now.
Which
means we constantly carry around a dictionary on our phone.
There you go. And calculator. You always have a calculator on you now. I had like a TI 65 or something.
TI 80.
80, that's what it was. TI 80. And you had it. And then
your teachers are always like, "You're not always going to have a calculator." Excuse me?
Now
Hell yeah.
And if I turn it sideways, it's a scientific calculator, just like your TI 80 right there.
Boom.
My TI 80 had games on it, so.
Mine
did too.
Mine didn't. Apparently, I didn't have a flashy enough damn calculator. Jeez.
Or you just didn't know how to put them on it.
Yeah, you had to put them on it.
Okay.
Well, another thing that your phones hold these days, and it's extremely important, is your authentication for a lot of your apps and whatnot.
My Steam and Battle.net authenticators are on there.
Yeah, I have a Twitch authenticator. Cannot log into my Twitch accounts without it anymore.
I don't have that.
My Steam authenticator, my Battle.net authenticators. Like, you can't log into any of your accounts anymore unless you have an authenticator.
All of my email has an authenticator through my phone.
But if you've got those accounts, you need to set up an authenticator.
Yeah.
Because I had that with Blizzard. Someone was trying to log into my account and they couldn't because
your authenticator.
Yeah.
Same problem with mine. It sends me an email to ask for that code.
Yep.
And it's
I set up my Gmail stuff with that because I had people try to get into my Gmail, which is what my YouTube is linked to. So now it automatically generates a notification on my phone, and I have to say it's me before.
Well, actually, every week that we do the podcast, it sends me a message when our Dropbox is used.
Yep, because it's from my house instead of where you set it up. So
Yep. So
notifications are crazy. We need our phones.
Yeah.
I think we really tangented here on accident.
We did.
Sorry.
It's just how the world has changed, like from addiction to normalcy. Because it used to be like, oh my god, everyone's addicted to their phones and they're all standing on it all the time. And it's kind of shifted off of that to where it's just become a necessity. Games will not ever go down that route.
Where it'll be okay to be addicted to them.
Yeah, because there's just like phones are.
Kitties and puppies, they're so
they're
cute.
so
Oh,
adorable.
okay. Carry on. Bach is like, I'm about to just beat a cute kitty.
I left my damn squirt bottle in the.
Along those same lines, according to the Guardian, Central and Northwest London NHS Foundation Trust is putting a center in for internet addiction.
Is it internet addiction?
Yes, and they're starting with the gaming disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are going to be other internet gambling, online gambling, and
what if you're just addicted to social media? Because you've got some people that can't pull themselves away from their Discords or Twitters, Tumblrs, all that stuff.
But that's where they're starting from, because I'm not going to say it's easy to classify, but it's easy to find. Like, just find a kid who is ignoring and skipping school and not focusing because he's playing games too much. His life is falling out of whack. Okay, that kid is definitely
or
has
that
a
adult
problem.
who is now not going to work.
Exactly. Like, you could spot those pretty
kids.
Easily. Like, hey, that guy's not going to work anymore because he's too busy playing games.
Well, and I'd almost argue that in some cases, and I'm basing this off of our friend Johnny Chiodini, who had kind of a social disorder that he's talked about before, is sometimes we might bury ourselves into something in order to avoid our actual issue. So it is a possibility that they don't necessarily have a gaming problem. It could be that they have another issue and they're using the gaming in order to try to get away from that. And that could be abuse, that could be an actual social disorder of some sort or a physical disorder of some sort. And so it's good that they're doing this because you can recognize that, because those people are going to be trained to do that.
Absolutely.
And it's good that you kind of add that in there. So instead of being addicted to video games necessarily, you're just using it as a crutch to stay away from whatever the other is.
Exactly. I mean, that's how a lot of addictions begin now. I mean, they usually start from something else. Like, you're trying to either get away from real life, get away from your problems or something. So it's really good for people who need real help.
Well, I mean, you got especially like alcoholism, drug addicts, things like that. A lot of times they might suffer from depression or whatever, or think they have major problems.
Yep.
That's why one of my favorite quotes is, "I tried to drown my problems in alcohol, but the little fuckers learned to swim." So
Yep.
So it's that same concept, I think.
Well, on a lighter note, and something that I think is much more fun, there's a friendly back and forth between Nintendo and Xbox, and now they have a cross-platform trailer for is it Minecraft? Yeah,
Minecraft.
That's basically a bunch of shade being thrown at...
Oh, it was so adorable to look at their little tweets.
Yeah, they're throwing
Between
shade at
Microsoft and
PlayStation
Nintendo.
because PlayStation's the only one that doesn't want to play with everybody else. And I'm sorry, but the shade's well-deserved and also hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like the Minecraft, or was it Nintendo that asked Xbox if they wanted to build
Nintendo
something?
was
Yeah.
like, hey, now that crossplay is available, do you want to build something? And Xbox was like, yeah, sure, what do you want to build? And Minecraft jumped in there and was like, oh, you two are so sweet. How about we start with this? And it's a picture of a heart. And they're like, oh, we love it. We should do that. And they're like, all right, we're ready.
Yeah.
And,
It's just super cute, and I really feel like Sony's hurting themselves by not joining in this amount of fun.
My favorite part about, because they've got the trailer and everything that came out for Minecraft, and it talks about the fact that it is crossplay, and it shows both of their logos, and it says, we're better together. And that is not a way of saying, fuck you, Sony. It's really not, in my opinion. What I think they're trying to say is, come here.
Yes, that
Be
that
part
seems
of
very
this.
open.
We are a community. We are all going to grow. We're all going to be better together if we all are part of that. another article that we happen to be pulling from as well, which is kind of disturbing, is you've got an ex-Sony developer that basically said it all comes down to money.
I mean, but we all kind of thought that.
We knew it. And here's the thing, it's stupid. You're gonna make more money because you're gonna have people that are on Xbox that are gonna want to play your exclusives, but because you're being an asshole with everything else, aren't going to necessarily purchase.
I guess
your
their
stuff.
mindset is if you're a PlayStation owner and you can only play on your console, then all of your friends will have to buy a PlayStation to play with you. Like, I guess that's the thought process. So they're like, oh, extra PlayStations.
Or they'll just say, I'll just go and buy an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's how PlayStation's looking at it. I think they're looking at it with their own rose-colored glasses, which is all of their friends will have to buy a PlayStation, not that one guy is going to leave PlayStation so that he can play with everybody else, which is what's going to happen.
Let's look at the actual game systems themselves as over the last year. That has switched astronomically on how much Sony has sold.
See what you did there.
See what I did? That it's switched around to where you now have the top-selling console currently, which happens to be the Switch. And then you have Xbox, who is catching up on Sony's sales ridiculously fast. And the reason that it is because, one, they created a more powerful machine after the fact, but they created a more powerful machine. But they did that, but they're also because of the crossplay. Because now they can play with their friends, and because a lot of us have friends that play, we are PC people mainly, but we got a lot of friends that play on Xbox as well, and it'd be nice because I've got friends that play on
Switch.
Play on Switch, but also play on PlayStation.
Yep.
So if I have PlayStation, I do have one, I can play it, but I don't necessarily want to be able to play it that way. I prefer to play on my PC if I've got the same game. It's just, I don't know. I just, we've said it 100 times, and Sony's just gonna have to listen at some point.
At some point,
or they just don't, and it hurts them. I mean, but it is though. It's starting to really hurt them, and this whole deal with even a third-party account like the Epic account, and you're not allowed to play your Fortnite Epic account on other consoles because Sony said.
And you were able to at the beginning. That's what kills me.
Yep. Oh.
Well, I mean, but for a minute there was there's cross-platform play, and it was an accident that Epic had to go fix.
Yeah, what is it? Just a little switch? They're like, okay, you can play with Sony. Oh, shit, we didn't mean to hit that.
Yeah, apparently that's what it is. If it can be accidentally turned on, then it is something as easy as one line of code that allows yes and no.
What it is you have to register your Epic account. Mm-hmm. And so if you registered your Epic account, you were able to play with other people that were part of Epic.
Right.
And so that's what allowed them to be able to do it. Then they just turned it off, and it's like...
Because Sony made them.
And now I have to... If I have a Sony account and I want to play on my Switch for a game, I've got to create another Epic account in order to be able to play.
Which means that if you've already purchased, cosmetic items and whatnot for Fortnite, then they don't get to come with you because they're locked to your PlayStation now.
Right.
Yep, and I mean, we've talked about everybody who has an Xbox or a PlayStation usually has a Switch to go with it. If you can't play Fortnite on your PlayStation, you're just going to play it on your Switch, and then you get it everywhere. You're not going to spend that money you would on your PlayStation. You're going to spend it on the Switch, and then that's going to hurt Sony's bottom line. They're going to go, why aren't people buying cosmetics on ours? Well, you see, they're going to play it on the Switch because everyone's got one, and then they can take that everywhere else. Mm-hmm. So,
take it to go.
Exactly.
Take it to go.
That's crazy, man. Sony just needs to wise up and be friends. That's all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sony knows how.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but, theoretically, they should be friends.
Theoretically.
What else do we want to talk about?
It's like that angry little kid that has all the toys and doesn't want to share.
Nobody can play with me.
Unless you play it by his rules.
Yes.
Screw that kid.
Well, we were talking about the Switch, so we'll jump into some Switch news. We'll start with the little one first. Disney is making a Nintendo Switch TV game show which I think is crazy. Nintendo and Disney are teaming up to make a game show for the
I
Switch.
think it's a good fit.
Yeah,
Because
it's
you think of
crazy.
what we think of when we think of Nintendo games, we do think of more childlike games.
Yeah,
Even though we enjoy them as adults.
they're adult games. Shut up and don't judge me.
But the thing I love about this, like I said before the show started, my daughter's gonna love this. She plays her Switch all the time, and now she's gonna see people do that. And the only thing I don't like this from a parental standpoint, is one of the things I like about Disney Channel is when you go on to Disney, the only commercials you have are for their shows.
All right.
There's not any toys. There's not any other type of advertisement or anything like that for items that you can purchase in a store, to where your kid's not coming back to you and going, "Daddy, Mama, I want the newest, greatest thing," whatever. So you have just that. And as a parent, it's awesome. So my kid's not, having advertisements shoved down their throat the entire time. Now, we already have Switches
but we
in my
have that.
house.
Yeah, well, our generation isn't the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing I fear about this is the fact that they're going to put games on this that aren't released yet. And then that's going to be their way of advertising that's going on. Now, genius on Nintendo's part, worried about it from the Disney part of it. Because that's what I don't want. I don't want my kid coming up to me and going, "Daddy, I just saw 3 brand new games on the Showdown game show." That's exactly how she talks, by the
But
way.
I mean,
That's the best impression
that would
ever.
that's like perfect between Nintendo and Disney, though. I mean, how do you hit that giant kid audience? Make a game show. How do you sell more games? Put actual games on that game show.
Right.
So Disney and Nintendo are
It's
looking
like
at each other
that,
going, like, yeah.
that one game on Nickelodeon years ago where they would play the arcade
Nick
games.
Arcade? Nick
Yeah.
Arcade. Oh, man. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Or Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Something like that. Oh, yes.
never- heard
Super
of that
Ghost and
show.
Goblins.
Yeah,
But that is cool too, though. They're taking you got families that are actually battling it out. So I'm interested to see like how many of the moms and dads are actual gamers that they brought in, right? So you got the kids that play the games too, and you got the mom and dad. Because it is cool to see the generations, because you could really only pull this off with Nintendo, in my opinion, just because of how long they've been around in the video game industry. So it's going to be interesting. I'm just worried that they're going to do that, but Disney's always been really good about just advertising their stuff, with the exception of Disney XD. It actually has regular commercials in it, but the regular Disney Channel is just shows. So,
yeah.
but it's still cool. It's still a cool idea.
The other thing from the Switch is people are unhappy about the Mario Tennis Aces because you can't play a full round of tennis, like a regular real round of tennis, because
It's
a
a
real
video
round of
game,
tennis could be
everyone.
like it could be extremely fucking long.
And boring.
I mean, it could get a little tedious, but I think they're looking at it from like a party standpoint. You've got 2 groups. You don't want to sit there on the couch for 35 minutes waiting for them to finish their set. So
That's
Yeah.
why they have regular tennis games.
Yeah.
Like regular tennis video games exist, so you can play regular tennis. When you're playing Mario
But you
Tennis,
can't do it as Mario.
Well, I mean, nobody's complaining about Mario Kart not lasting as long as actual NASCAR rounds last.
I know, right? I need 78 fucking laps.
Like, nobody
God.
complains about that. You want to know why? Because it's a Nintendo game that's meant for you to have fun with your friends in a kind of quick manner.
And I understand some of the argument, because the way the game itself works is basically it's the best 2 out of 3.
Which is fine. It sounds like Wii Sports.
Right?
it's just quick
basically
rounds.
what it is. And of course, the regular tennis, the way it works, you have different sets and matches and all that. Maybe have an option in there to where it's still a shortened game, but still have an option to be able to do the sets. Might have been okay to add in, and it might be something they add in later. But it's not a game-breaking thing for me. Like, for me, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, which is I want to play a quick game of tennis. Okay, it's best 2 out of 3. Boom, done. Who's doing the dishes tonight? Mario Tennis is going to decide. That's what I'm talking
Oh
All
man,
right,
I need some of
Nathan
that
Drake
laugh.
over there.
And that's only for like the multiplayer. The actual CPU tournaments are full games.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you want to play a full set of games, you play against the bots. If you just want to play with your friends, the rounds are going to be quick, so that you guys don't get stuck there for 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't see the problem. I think that's somebody making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
And it's people have tried to get a refund and they can't.
Well, because
they're-
Nintendo's refund policy is sorry, no refunds.
Right.
Well, some of them have said that it was false advertised. It's not sold as advertised because it's supposed to be a tennis game and they're not getting a real tennis game.
It is a tennis game. Oh my
So-
god.
Oh my
It's
god.
about like when Disney takes a Grimm's fairy tale story and makes a movie out of it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's perfect right there.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, yes, it's based on an actual Grimm's fairy tale, but it's Disneyfied, you know?
Yeah, so
Disneyfied.
you're
This is
buying a video
Nintendo-fied.
game that Nintendo's
Nintendo-fied.
messed with.
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
I think that's dumb. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
complaining
that's-
about something just to complain
Find
about it.
find another hobby. I mean, I get that you have a hobby and it's gaming, obviously, but gaming hobby seems to maybe not be for you if that's the kind of small thing that you'll rage about. Just saying. May
Yeah.
not be for you.
Oh my god, it's best of 2 out of 3 if I've got to play my friends?
Just sit there
Oh
for an
my
hour
God.
and play.
Yeah,
Listen,
like
cheated.
I wanted to be an hour here. I have like an hour before my appointment with my friend, and we needed to
No,
fill
that
the
means you
entire
get, like,
thing
6
with
games
one
in.
match. Like,
Well, and here, one of the complaints that they had on there, which I was like, really? Because they were like, well, it's that whole comeback thing at the end. You know, you have this entire set of matches, and you feel like you're down, and then right there, you got 90% of the match you're losing, and all of a sudden you just win real quick and beat the person. It's that exhilaration you get from it type thing. And I'm like, really? Best 2
Really,
out
go
of
plug
3.
and play tennis
You
in
win,
real
your
life.
friend wins. Tell me how heated that third battle is.
yeah.
You know,
Oh, you're
and
gonna
then
be-
guess what? You get to play again and do the same damn thing again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. Just start a new match. Best 2 out of 3. If you want to have like an hour-long thing.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3 matches. So I mean that's basically.
And you can have a
what's-
tournament. You got people over the house. You have a tournament with each other. It'd be fun as hell. What's wrong with these
man.
people?
I think I need to buy Mario Tennis now. got a lot of problems being resolved on the tennis court.
What else we got?
In somewhat other Nintendo-esque news, it's about Pokemon. Everybody
Technically
thinks
it is.
Pokemon to Nintendo, but
Yay, trading.
finally, holy shit! I mean, the two main things about Pokemon are battling, which I mean we still don't have between players, as far as I know, and
know.
trading, which
It's
we
supposed to
finally
be.
just got.
I can't remember.
You can trade with people, but
And send
apparently
gifts and
trading requires you to be in close proximity at 100 meters.
I can see that though. They're still wanting to get people out and social and involved together and whatnot. Although there was recently, I saw this on the Philip DeFranco show, by the way, which is a wonderful news show. You should watch it. It's on YouTube.
Highly recommend.
But yeah, he was talking about there was like a 74-year-old man and his 30-something son that were arrested because they got into a fist fight over a Pokemon Go gym battle when the person that took the gem from them started yelling at them and there was like a water bottle thrown, and then all of a sudden you've got the old man holding this other person down while his son is beating them in the face. Like, maybe we shouldn't be social.
So,
oh my god, are you
back
serious?
to the original article that started everything to the WHO saying that there's a thing called gaming addiction.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
looked
think
into
that's a
right there.
problem.
I mean, you start throwing shit at people. Are you serious?
Well,
Like,
I'm going to take Philly D's side on this one. You're a 74-year-old man. What is wrong with you? I mean, it's fine that you are 74 and playing Pokemon, but at that age, you should have more self-control. You should not get
Right?
in a fight over a video game and a gym battle at that. Get over it. Come back
I don't
in
know.
a few
This
hours.
is kind of the
fight
crotchety
again.
old man telling me to get off the lawn type thing, you know?
And
That's
this
what
is
I'm
why
kinda
we
getting-
Except for
real
it's not
Pokemon.
shaking his cane and telling them to get off the lawn. It's holding someone down forcibly while your son beats them.
No, we
it's
need
not the
real
same.
Pokemon. We'll solve this in real Pokemon battle. That's what should have happened. The guy should have whipped out his phone and be like, "Bitch, I want that back. Let's battle. Come on."
Well, and his
Throw
son's
whatever you got.
30 something.
Yeah.
Like, again.
You are both grown-ass men. Can we please be adults here?
Oh my god. No, we cannot be.
So
No, we
They
cannot
need their
adult.
adult's license taken away.
yeah.
Yes.
So, well, I mean,
Sorry, no adult license. You can't buy alcohol.
technically, since it was assault, it may mean that they're gonna have jail time. So at least for a little while, they'll have their freedom card revoked, if nothing
He's
else.
like 70 something.
Yeah, I
Gonna
know,
have to-
right?
Oh.
74. Be an adult, man.
That is too,
What's
Oh,
wrong
my
with
God.
you?
too funny.
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about that. I didn't think I was telling you anything new.
I heard part of it
I didn't
on my
hear
lunch
about
break
it.
the other day, but then I got interrupted.
Oh,
so,
well. Yeah, there you go. Watch more Philip DeFranco.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
He's really good, and he's right down the middle.
Yep, love him. Anyway, carry on. What else we got?
We have two. Okay, they're both Steam-esque news, so we'll go with last week we talked about Friday the 13th a little bit, how they're in a legal battle.
Yep.
So it seems that even if the legal dispute over Friday the 13th ownership is resolved, development of the game will not resume.
Yeah,
So that
So
means
the way it
that's
is now
it.
is the way it will forever be. It's over.
all work is stopped on it.
That fucking hurts. And all I have to say, if there's ever another Friday the 13th movie, I am not going to see it. Because those guys, whoever ends up with the rights is the people who are causing this problem.
Well, but here's the thing: is from what I read from last week, it's the guy that wrote the original screenplay from Friday the 13th, not
Yep.
the people that are involved now.
Right.
The guy that wrote the original screenplay is saying it was his original idea, and so anything that has to do with Friday the 13th, he needs the rights for. So basically, what they should have done was made him part of the deal if they thought it was going to be a problem, like a percentage.
I thought
yes.
he was the one. I think he is the one that they went to him to help write the game, and then he got like the not legal rights. He just said it was his, and then
Oh.
they took his word for it.
From what I read
and then they
last
made
week,
the
it was
game.
the other way around. That the people that had it legal, the people that were creating the game had asked for permission
The
to be able
rights
to
to
do
it.
it from the people that currently have it. But because they're using material from the first one, there's where the legal battle came in. Because
Okay.
evidently he's saying that he has it from the other one. That's what I thought it said, but I could be wrong.
What's in there from the first one?
I don't know. I guess the whole concept. Of,
Because it was Jason's mom that was the killer in the first one, and she's not playable in the game whatsoever. The only way she appears in there is how she appears
talking.
in the
yeah.
the later movies. She talks and her head is in there with the sweater.
I don't know. That's just what I thought it was that was on there. But it was. I remember they said the person that wrote the original screenplay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the trouble is rooted in an ongoing dispute between Victor Miller, the writer of the original film, and Sean Cunningham, the producer and director of the film's current rights holder. So it's between those two people, and who did they went to Sean Cunningham to get it right to make this game, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Right, because he's the current film rights owner.
Right. And then
I thought you
Miller's-
approached them because they were working on a game. Kind of like this, but
You're
since
correct.
They didn't have the rights.
I remember
to
that.
own it.
'cause
Yeah.
that was first
That
announced.
was
You're
at
correct.
PAX.
yeah, I
And
remember
that
that
dude
at PAX.
approached them and is like, "Hey, why don't you just make it Friday the 13th?"
Yep, you're correct. I remember that now.
Yep.
I'm glad you remember things because I sure don't.
Yeah,
I remember that
and-
article because we were all excited about it because
Oh, well, they
Evolved
even
had
mentioned
just
it
came
when we-
out and
They even mentioned it at the panel at PAX South before the game came out. That me, Chicken, and you went to.
I know.
Yeah.
I know I was there. I just don't remember
Okay,
things.
so-
it
Because
was Cliffy B. That's all she remembers.
So Sean Cunningham is saying that Miller only worked as a work for hire writer and doesn't have an actual claim to the rights to Friday the 13th. And Miller is saying that it was all his ideas. So, I mean, I can
So
see
it's
where
just-
the legal dispute is coming in at. It's like, this is my idea, but you were technically only a work for hire. Whatever you came up with is our property.
But what kills me though, the original movie was what year?
A
long time ago.
79, if I'm not mistaken. Let me
Like,
check
so-
Something like that.
myself.
79, 80, somewhere around there, right? So,
Yeah, so
80.
It's been
May
1980.
9th,
Okay.
1980.
Okay, this is 2018, and you're just now fucking filing a lawsuit. How many?
Because someone's making money.
I mean, how
Yeah,
many
someone's
movies have
making
there
money
been?
off the franchise right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they were starting to bring it back. So, every Tom, Dick, and Harry's got to come out of the woodwork
Yeah,
and be
but
like,
how
hey,
much money have they made in between? Like, I mean, think of how many movies have been in between there. Like, even the not good ones, Jason in Space or whatever the fuck. But,
Jason X.
Let's
God.
pretend that didn't happen.
hey, that one was amazing.
Ugh.
I'm
Freddy
kidding.
versus Jason. Why didn't he pop up when that came out?
Yeah, no shit.
right?
Maybe he's making kickback off that somehow.
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like the dispute is about the game. It's just about the rights. Correct?
Mhm. And at that point, whoever got the rights would start getting royalties from whatever is made
There
with
may
that.
have been talks of another film, and maybe he thought it was going to be something that they were going to reboot the franchise, and he wanted to stake his claim on it before that could
Well,
happen.
They've tried it before, and
I don't know.
I don't
You're
think
right.
it
It
did
has
very well.
been decades. I don't know why he waited so long, but he did, and that's where we are right now. Because
Yep.
thanks, Dick. And, maybe he should just join up with Sony. They could just form a whole club of people that don't want other people to be around them. This is my thing, and nobody can have it but me. Back up.
it's like the little goth kids from South Park.
Yeah,
Oh, too funny.
that's gonna be a club we all want to avoid.
Yeah, no shit.
And it's sad too because I really like that game. I really
Yeah.
do, and I feel like we had something. Damned got abandoned.
Oh,
You know,
talk to
and-
me about it.
which was fan.
Deceit though, gotta
Deceit is really good.
gotta give the developers credit in that
Deceit
game.
is really
We're gonna
good.
have to play that sometime now that Snooty's got his PC.
Oh,
Right.
I told that motherfucker better watch out. Man, played Deceit.
Congratulations to Snitty too by joining the
PC Master Race. Yes. Welcome,
Yeah.
Snitty.
One of us.
Yes, I finally got him in.
It's awesome, and his desk setup he's got right now is just awesome.
Yeah,
He's got a desk for his desk.
It's so
It's
cute.
got a-
Like,
he has a-
Exhibit showed up at his house. Yo, dog, I heard you like desks. I put a desk for your desk.
And then I put a little desk under your keyboard desk, and so you could sit on your desk and put your feet up on your desk while playing on your desk.
We've replaced all of your furniture with desks of various
You're gonna
sizes.
sleep on a
Enjoy.
desk. This is a hardwood desk. It's big enough for you to lay on. Put a pillow top on top of it. You're
It'll
good
hold
to go.
you and your PC comfortably in bed.
One last thing that I can think of is Chicken's favorite time of year. Well, actually, twice a year he has a favorite time of year. Which is the games done quick for the summer is
Summer
going
games
on.
done quick.
Well, but it's game. What's the other one called? It's games done quick too.
Awesome
right?
games done quick.
Yeah, but they're games done quick.
Yeah,
This one has
it's
to
all
do for
under
summer.
games done quick, but you have
Right.
awesome in summer.
Yeah, so Summer Games Done Quick is going on all this week. So make sure you watch those because, oh my God, the talent from some of these guys is unreal. You won't see this until afterwards, but Resident Evil wins tonight. So he'll make sure he puts that in the Discord, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely. I will
Since
be
he's-
watching that.
Since he's a
one.
record holder-ish.
Yeah, I think I was in the top 40 for Resident Evil 4. He is going to do a new game professional run, so that means starting with nothing and running through on the hardest difficulty as fast as he can. So that one's going to be pretty interesting to watch. So different
Who's doing it?
strategies. It's another. Actually, I can tell you right now because I have it open. It is JTB. He's another. I think he may have been the one that came in and talked to me.
No, on JT. Well, unless he did it when I wasn't there. I can't remember the other guy's name. He doesn't do pro. The guy that came in on yours wasn't pro. He was
Gotcha.
I think on Xbox, and he was the whatever the one that's just below pro. Like there's 3 different ones or something like
Yeah,
that.
and maybe New Game Plus or New Game.
Yeah, it was New Game Plus. When he was doing
Yeah.
it.
So yeah,
So-
he's up.
Augie. Augie, that's his name.
Yes. Yep.
Yep, Augie.
So yeah, they got lots of good games coming up. I'll be watching all of these from Warcraft 3, which would be pretty cool. An hour speedrunning. But I mean, I can sit here and talk about it all day. Majora's Mask, an hour and 35 minutes.
So there's good ones. Make sure y'all keep track of those all week. Like Average Trey, which is one of my favorite streamers to watch. That's how I first saw him. Was he was part of Games Done Quick and doing Mario Sunshine, and he's just amazing to watch. And he's young. Like he's in college, I think.
Oh,
And
hell
he's
yeah.
just really good at it, and he's doing Pac-Man now too. Like one of the, not the old Pac-Man, but like the 3D story-based Pac-Man games. One of those, Pac-Man Land or whatever it is.
At Pac-Man World.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to miss out on the Halo 2 speed run. An hour and 42 to beat the whole game on Legendary.
Oh wow.
It's at 12:30 in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not
I mean, I'll probably be up, but oof. Not that it would be the start and then bed. About it. I'm not staying for a whole full hour and 42 minutes for that. I was up until 4 this morning. I'm good.
They're gonna be playing Prey, Griff.
Yeah,
That was
there's
for-
like a 15-minute speed run of Prey.
No. It's where was it? I just saw it. It's like a 50-minute speed run.
50
So
minutes.
it's
Okay,
full,
well that's
full
more
version of the game
reasonable.
then.
Yeah, full version of the game. One of the ones I'm most looking forward to is this guy is going to run Pokemon Yellow and Red at the same time. One controller, and he's going to play both of the games.
That's fantastic.
That is crazy.
Is that today?
No, that is Friday night. Or
Friday night,
Friday
guys.
night at
Friday night.
10:30. It's going to
10:30
take 3 hours.
10:30 Central Time, so
Yep.
11:30 Eastern.
Yep. 3 hours, people, to play both of those games together. No, it's glitchless.
Glitchless.
So, so he's actually
Glitchless
going to
and-
play through the whole game
With one controller, 2 games.
with one controller. It's crazy. I
But
cannot
well,
wait
the
to fucking
layouts
see
are
that.
pretty well the same, so
It would have to be able to pull that off, I would think.
Yep. It's also about being able to unplug the controller and putting it back and kind of keep going back and forth because you don't know the counters are going to be different. So if you ever get broken off, you're going to lose. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see how he does it. I have no fucking clue. Good shit. It's going to be
Sick.
crazy.
Linked into both of them, one controller, going at the same time.
I thought
crazy.
that's what it would be,
I did
to
too.
be honest.
It might be. I mean, we'll have to see.
We'll see Friday night.
Yep.
Anticipation. Yeah.
Paper Mario Thursday afternoon.
Lots
Oh,
of
Lord.
crazy stuff.
Yes.
Hopefully you're done at work.
I know, right? I'm like, I hope I'm done.
You watch your favorite game get speed ran. Too funny.
That's how I got into speedrunning. I saw Paper Mario. I saw Paper Mario on the front page of Twitch, like in the top of the list. I was like, "Why in the hell is this up there?" So I clicked on it and I saw a guy named I Ate Your Pie. Yes, he's a very big speedrunner, and I saw him streaming it, and I just got into AGDQ, and I watched it all the rest of the week, and then SGDQ popped up, and I've been watching it every time it pops up since 2014. 2013.
He makes a very big deal about it, trust me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes, he
It's an
does.
important time. They do good work.
Yeah, it's
like
good cause.
to me, this is what gaming communities should try to strive to be. They're
Right.
helpful. They're good people. They do good things, and most of the time they're not assholes. But with every community comes.
Well, they
dicks.
do
There's-
that for
there's
Extra
always-
Life too. The Extra Life stuff is all charity gaming essentially.
Is it one specific community or is it just a bunch of games?
You
right
can
now?
join in it's one of those things where it's
Basic-
open to everybody.
You decide as a streamer if you want to be part of it or not.
Yes.
And then they give you a key, and that key you just fill it into Streamlabs, and then you spam your chat or whatever, or put it at the bottom, whatever your URL is for it.
Gotcha.
So, and
Yep.
then you decide that way. So it's pretty cool.
All
Cool way to
right.
do it. Is that it? Everybody good?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's a shorter show, but we've had like 2 long shows in a row, so
So
I mean, this is an hour. It's a regular show, so
we do appreciate everybody who hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. As always, you can check us out at Twitter at twitter.com/ right? I put the whole thing. Infinite Res PC. You can check me out personally at MDB Oak Tree. Check out Griff.
at Griff's Lineham.
Check out Chicken.
at Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
And Baka Pickle.
Also, make sure that you go to Griff's YouTube channel. Go on there. She's got the little thing down at the bottom if you're watching on YouTube. If not, go to YouTube so you can get the catches on the bottom.
Just gonna
there.
turn your camera
I only
upside
need
down so
like
it looks like
100
you're
more
pointing
people
up.
to get my specific URL. So
Yeah, make sure you hit that follow button, please. She puts out
subscribe.
great content. It's fun.
Mhm.
Subscribe button, whatever. The red button.
Yeah, the
Make
button
sure you hit
that
the red
means the
button.
same thing as all the other buttons. Yes.
Yeah, let's hit the red button on there, and make sure that you get her numbers up and watch her stuff. Her stuff's awesome. Hit the like buttons on those as well. Also, make sure that you go to Chicken's stream. This week he'll be just hosting, I believe.
Yes, I'm already hosting them too. So if you go to my thing, you're going to see.
So just go ahead and leave it up, and then that way you're watching his stuff and you're watching things that he loves through his channel. So perfect. Go to twitch.tv/EliteChicken313 for that one. You can also check me out throughout the week. I will be streaming at mixer.com/MDBOaktree. I'm finishing up Vampire, hopefully going into Outlast 2.
Good luck with
And then Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, and then Detroit Become Human.
So basically, he's finishing up Dr. Vampire, gonna go into Scary
Dr.
Junk
Doctor.
Simulator, and then he's gonna play Stress Simulator. It's gonna be, you're
Yes.
gonna have a lot of great stuff. I know you're looking forward to more digital dicks. Yay.
Keep
That's
your
right.
defibrillator nearby. Start it back up. Okay, there we go. All right,
oh,
we're good.
another thing. This Wednesday night, we are having 4 of us that are noobs to Fortnite go into the game for the very first time and play together as a squad and get wrecked. So if you want to hear a lot of cussing and a lot of laughing, I recommend showing up for that one. Most of my streams are at 9 o'clock Eastern. So come on and join in. That'd be fun. But make sure that you have his stream in the background on the host.
It's going to be GDQ, so. Everybody needs to watch GDQ forever.
Well, what I'm saying is your hosted version of it needs to be in the background, so that way your numbers are up on that.
Oh, look at that. It's fancy.
Yeah. So that way it's like, oh, look, this Elite Chicken guy, he's got 400 people that he's hosting this. This is fantastic.
Woof. Got 400 people watching my stream, watching them. That's crazy.
Anyway.
Anyway, for Evan to Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.